So welcome to this episode of the Entrepreneur's Rumble. My guest today is a gentleman who's in training. Now, this is a very popular field. So rather than me talk about it, let's get him to talk about it. So welcome to the show, Ashraf.
Thanks, Madhav.
Thanks for coming. And let's kick straight into it.
Sure.
You are a trainer nowadays called a facilitator also.
True.
Is there a similarity in the meaning of these two words? Facilitator and a trainer?
To facilitate means to make things easy.
Okay.
So I make the learning process easy.
Okay, all right. So that's how you arrived at this word.
True.
So tell me, what exactly is training a trained man? You're training a trained man, actually.
Yeah.
Somebody who's in a factory already doing a job.
Yeah.
So tell me, how does it work?
See, the most important objective of training is all individuals have potential.
Yes.
So unless we turn that potential into performance,
Yes.
growth or success does not happen.
You're right.
So the training is all about how to convert that potential into performance.
Okay. So you have somebody who's already trained in some aspect of the job and you train him on another one, or you just use your skills to improve his ability to do it? What exactly?
I focus on training on mind. So
Okay.
there are two areas. One is the functional area.
Yeah.
One is the psychological area.
Okay.
So industry to industry, there are people who are doing different kind of functions.
True.
But they're using the same mind.
Okay.
So I focus on training the mind.
Okay. So and companies recognize that as a requirement?
Very true. Today organizations, they invest a lot of money on technology, and the most important asset what they have is the human capital, the people.
Yeah, the workers themselves.
Very true, very true.
So your for concentration is on how to making them into a better
Yeah.
worker?
Yeah, if they can at
or
least,
how to utilize the skills better?
yeah, if they can at least improve their performance by 5 to 10%, that can result in a great growth for the company.
Yes. So how did you start into this thing? This is not so easy to do.
Yeah, that's a very fascinating journey. It all began in the year 1992. I was in the college final year.
Okay.
So I was a mechanical engineer. So
Alright.
my father, who was my friend, philosopher, guide, gave me a book called Think and Grow Rich. It was my semester holidays.
Okay.
So and I read that book, and that was the first book apart from academics I studied. And the central idea of the book was something very attractive for me.
Okay.
Whatever the mind of a man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So it was a very fascinating idea for me.
An
Eye-opener for me. And I said, since I was in the final year of college, I set a goal for myself that I want to be the first in the college. So I had this idea, this in my mind, firmly planted, and I worked towards it. And at the end of the semester, I became the college
You
number
actually
one.
topped.
Yeah. So that gave me the confidence. Yes, this is not just some positive thinking. It is something which practically happens.
Okay.
So I believed in the power of mind, and from then on, the journey started. I would say it's a learning adventure.
So you're still continuing it?
Still continuing. It's a passion which has become a profession now.
Okay. That's the best kind of profession to have.
I love
the one that you love to do, and
Very
then you
much.
make that your job.
Very true. People ask me, okay, what is your working time? I said 24/7, and I said, then what's your relaxation time? I said 24/7, because I never feel I'm working. It's just a passion. I feel like I'm just enjoying what I'm doing.
So when you were in college, did you have equally inspirational professors, teachers or something? Or
Okay,
you missed?
the people I got inspired were different. Okay, I was a movie freak. I used to watch a lot of movies.
Okay.
So I was a great Jackie Chan fan.
All right.
So I used to watch this movie 3, 4, 5 times, and I used to marvel, right? So initially it was Bruce Lee who brought the martial arts,
yes.
but it was very serious,
Correct,
fight
yeah.
and blood.
This guy brought in humor.
Yeah, this guy brought in humor, a different dimension, right?
Correct.
So that was something innovative, and that fascinated me. So I really, liked that, and I
Actually, you're right. Come to think of it, Jackie Chan actually brought in all kinds of other skills rather than just martial arts.
yeah, it was fun watching him perform all his stunts. It was very beautiful.
Yes.
And the other person I got inspired was Jim Carrey when I was in college.
Okay.
So this guy, I was amazed by his, the way I did.
Facial contortions.
Yeah, because I was brought in a very traditional family where we are
Okay.
required to behave in a very decent way.
Yeah.
And this guy was totally, the opposite of what I, really wanted,
Yeah.
and that fascinated me. Maybe there was a part of me which wanted to be like that.
Okay.
So I thought, okay, this is something unusual, and I was always attracted to something which is unusual, which is creative. So that's how I got inspired.
So in school, do you see any utility for your kind of skills? I mean, teaching of your kind of skills, or is it only as you get older and become a professional?
No, even from the childhood, it's a kind of atmosphere what you do, the climate you create for learning. So learning has to be fun. The current education system, what I feel is like Hindi में बोलते हैं सजा मजा. So the learning should be maza, which means fun, not like a punishment.
Not saza. Yes.
So children are like burdened with just a lot of subjects, and they have to just
more
learn
task
oriented,
yeah.
and more ideas and concepts without much experience.
Okay.
So I bring in the experience element. I specialize in experiential learning. So as the name implies, experiential learning is learning from your own experience. They say experience is the best teacher. In fact, it's the most natural way of learning and very effective way of learning.
True.
If you look back right from the childhood, right from the cradle, whatever skills we have acquired in life, it is through the process of experience. So what is experience? Learning by doing.
Yeah.
Whether it is crawling, walking, talking, cycling, any skill which we have learned over a period of time is by doing.
Right. So companies, when they approach you, they come with a specific, what shall I say, objective that I got this bunch of people who are on the assembly line and I need them to become a little more aware of what is around them, how to interact with each other, and therefore improve their, what shall I say, working skills.
True.
Those are the kind of areas that you love to work on, I guess.
Yeah. See, many companies are very clear in their objectives. For example, one company came and said, we want to develop their visual memory skills because they are in the quality department where they have to observe and within the 10 seconds they have to observe 6 parameters.
Okay.
The assembly line,
yeah,
and even one small mistake can result in the quality loss.
True.
So how do you train their memory? Okay. So I figured out a wonderful game where we have to a similar thing where you have to observe 2 things in less than 4 seconds. So by training that game,
or you're sharpening their skills in that area.
Yeah, observation skills, because memory is linked with observation.
Yes.
So what kind of picture you hold in your mind?
Is this good as a general learning tool even for youngsters, or this is better as you get along?
Not only for children, for adults, it's a wonderful learning tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get called regularly from manufacturing industries too?
Yeah, manufacturing, service, IT, all kind of.
Where do you see the maximum impact?
Generally all kind of industries, because the people are the same. Whether it is a manufacturing function or a service department, it is the person who's going to deliver that objective. Okay. Unless that person is empowered, he will not able to deliver that objective.
True. And interpersonal relationships also.
It's a very big area. Today, we see a lot of people have difficulties in interpersonal communication. They have conflicts within the team, within the family, because each one thinks they are right.
So you give them some kind of training or help in even those areas?
Yes, true.
Oh.
So the training, most of the people, they think it is just giving some ideas and suggestions.
It's not that.
It's not that. It's not about talking to people and giving ideas, because people have their own ideas, right? So what happens is we create a situation, right? It's a game is a situation where they discover about themselves.
Okay.
So what works for them? It's like in a game, winning and losing is part of the game.
Chalo, so you heard him say that. We'll come back and find out a little more of this new way of thinking. So when you say interactive or learning, fun learning, do you have to actually observe first of all your client's atmosphere at work and then model it on that, or you have a general set of
we have a general setup, like the atmosphere has to be ego friendly. You should not hurt the egos.
Okay.
And non-threatening. It should be a friendly environment, not something like you're observed, you're evaluated, and you make a mistake.
Marks are given.
Yeah, marks are given, and you'll be reprimanded or assessed in that way.
Okay.
So you create an atmosphere where they are willing to participate.
So let's say imagine you're called by a BPO.
Yeah.
Where everybody's on the phone answering night and day. Okay. So do you observe their activities and then frame your instructions and training modules accordingly, or it does not matter which industry you're in?
No, sometimes we get to observe their behavior. We spend one day at the company.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Get to understand what kind of work pressure or what kind of atmosphere they are working, how it is impacting them. Right.
So it's, for you to understand correctly, you are improving their ability to do whatever they are doing.
Exactly, you said it right.
So a company looks for increased efficiency
and effectiveness also.
Effectiveness.
Yeah.
So how do they find you? Straightforward question. How do they find Ashraf?
Yeah. So the good thing is a lot of people who keep referring.
Okay.
Right. So the companies, like say I do for one bank.
Okay.
So and they have some connections with other banking, and they kind of refer to other banks.
Okay.
So all through.
So you have a company with a fixed name and
Yeah.
or is it that you just go as Ashraf yourself?
No, I run my own company called Life Academy, and this Life Academy organizes public programs where individuals come on their own to learning.
Oh, they can do that also.
Yeah, very true. So we organize.
So they can do a one-on-one with you.
One-on-one, and group also.
Can.
Yeah. So in fact, the last 14 years I started the academy. It's a forum for learning and sharing, and we have organized more than 400 workshops where with different people, and different faculties on different
Where are
sectors.
these held?
In Chennai right now.
Like, I mean, where would you hold it? In a hall? In a
Yeah, we hire halls or hotels where we conduct our programs.
and it has good response from.
Very good response.
So
In
where
fact,
the best response come from?
no, in fact, we have 200, more than 200 active members
Okay.
who enroll for annual or life programs.
Oh, they keep coming.
They keep coming.
I see.
So we believe learning is a continuous process, and unless you start learning, so learning and development go together.
So does it take a particular kind of person to appreciate this kind of thing that you're doing, or is it applicable to anybody? Is it that they've never been exposed to it, and once they are, they will come back?
Yeah. So unless first time they get a taste of it, and they understand that learning is so much fun. At the same time, is how it's going to make a difference in my life.
Okay.
They come back for more.
Okay.
So it is the learning atmosphere what we create.
So they see the result almost immediately, I guess.
Yeah. So they get the results there itself. See, we have an activity and they find a success in that activity.
Okay.
That enhances their confidence levels. Okay. They feel okay. It's, for example, every activity is curiously challenging them, saying that, can you do this? So initially they find it difficult, but and then we teach the process.
So that problem solving is part of your
Yeah.
teaching.
Can I demonstrate one?
Yeah, sure, please.
Okay. So a lot of puzzle activities we use in our training. There are 2 nails here.
Okay.
So what I do is I just put them together. So now they are interlocked.
Yeah.
So the
looks like interlock forever.
Yeah. So the challenge is how do you separate them,
Okay.
and how much time will you take it to
All
separate
right.
them?
Okay. So is that something that he must analyze, or he knows it?
Yeah, we give them some time frame like 2 minutes or 3 minutes,
Okay.
and they try hard, but mostly they're not able to do it.
That's what I was going to say. I couldn't do it. So
Yeah. So what we do is there is a particular process. So any result what you want to achieve in life, there's a particular process. If you follow the process, you'll get the result. If you're not able to get the result, which means somewhere you're not having the right process.
okay.
So-
It need not be that you don't have analytical skills. It's just that you're not following the procedure.
Yeah.
If you do that,
Sometimes you have the analytical skills, but you don't know
yeah.
the
But
right
I mean,
process.
you can solve it if you follow the procedures. What you're trying to emphasize through this little simple exercise.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you need to hold it in a particular way, and like for example, here you just hold it
Both the points
the tails
upwards.
up.
Yeah.
Okay, and one hand firmly stationary, and then the other hand you have to take it. The other one head goes on top of the other head, and the tail has to go down. So once you come in this position, it automatically releases.
Okay.
The challenge is how do you
Get to that position.
that position? Yeah. So bring it on top, and the head goes on top of the other head, and tail goes below it.
And it separates.
Yeah, and we teach them, we handhold them, and we teach them, and initially after a couple of attempts, they're not able
No,
to
I
do
never
it.
thought about this. This is a perfect example of telling people that processes. Why do you have a process? Because it works.
Yeah,
You just follow it.
exactly. Many companies, they say we have the systems in place, we have the process in place, but people don't follow it.
Okay. Is it because they're not convinced about it, or they have not been told?
Yeah, maybe they don't know the value of it,
Yeah.
or sometimes they have their own, internal barriers that stop them.
Okay. Let's see something else that you want to show us.
Yeah. So there is this chain and the ring, one of my favorite activities, what I
Okay.
use. So I just hold this chain in my left hand, and I take the ring inside this chain now.
Okay.
So now, if I take the fingers off the ring, what do you think will happen?
This should fall straight out.
It should fall, right? Now watch.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
most people say that it will fall because very normal, very common sense. It
Yeah.
falls.
You took it from the outside. It should go out the same way.
Yeah, but how did it lock? The previous example, we had to unlock it.
Yes.
But here, there's a connection created. So
Okay.
you think it should fall down, but there is one interconnection that happened. So how did it happen?
So these kind of things you use to pass messages.
Yeah, it's a normal chain and ring. It's the
Okay.
way you hold it. It's the way you hold it, the chain and the ring, and you drop in a particular way, it locks itself.
Okay.
Right. So we teach them the process, the secret behind it, and when they are able to do it successfully. See, when they see me doing, they think, wow, this guy is a genius. But I tell them, I'm not the genius. It's the process is the genius. So once you learn the process, then you can also create the same kind of results in life.
And you have multiple tasks like this during an average session?
Yeah.
Is that how you're...
Yeah. So we have tasks where individuals will do activity on their own. It's basically when they are doing, it challenges their perception, how they process the information. Unless the thinking changes, the behavior will not change.
Fantastic. That's the way it is. So that was a very interesting thing you showed, with the ring and the chain. I mean, I watched you closely the second time around. I still don't know what the hell you did.
Okay.
But I'm sure there's a trick to it, and that's why you're a trainer and I'm not.
Yeah.
So tell me, what else? What other kind of thing do you use on? I mean, I'm not saying the whole bag of tricks, but maybe another one if you have.
Sure. See, one of the things that fascinated me was magic. Magic is the art of transformation. So I always used to wonder, as you just wondered, like how did it happen?
Yes.
How we could able to do it. So I learned magic, and part of the learning magic, I got some wonderful tricks. Right?
They'll have become your teaching tools.
Yeah, teaching tools. Because magic is a wonderful learning tool.
Okay.
Because it's a very creative process. It doesn't use a regular logical process. It uses a very creative process.
Yes.
For example, as one more thing, this is straight from the magic. Okay. So you have this one notepad.
Okay.
So I'll just show you like this.
All right.
Right. So you can see this, right? It's all empty. So now, when I do programs for Reserve Bank, right? So when you go to the Reserve Bank, so what does the Reserve Bank do? They print notes.
Yes.
So it's a plain empty paper. They print notes, and which you and me use it, right?
Yes.
So it is a process that takes there. So now here, if you want, we can print notes.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's a trick I would like to learn.
Yeah. As an entrepreneur, you create your own
I'd like to sign up for this one.
Yeah. That's a wonderful one. So you, as an entrepreneur, you create your own opportunity. So just watch now.
Oh yes.
So you have, yeah.
Okay. So it's not that you swap it's not that you change the paper. It's the same time.
Same.
So
basically there is a strategy there.
Okay.
A very simple one. Is where you handle that.
Okay.
Right. So what we do is, in our training program, there are 3 stages. One is called the briefing. So we get together, we tell them what the game is.
Okay.
So, and then the second part is playing the game. So the fun part is they get to involve in them and they have a lot of fun in the game.
Yes.
And the most important part is the third part, which is called the debriefing.
Okay.
Where we sit together and we reflect upon the game, what happened.
Okay. You analyze it, break it down.
We find out what happened, the facts that happened, what kind of findings. So what did you learn from that? And how that can be applied to your real life. So that is the wonderful learning. So there is this action and then there's a reflection.
Okay.
So action is you do something and that is
actually, you know what? After listening to you, I feel our engineering students in all the colleges need to call you because they're just learning something from a book and I don't even know if they can change a plug.
Yeah. In fact, there's one wonderful game which uses a scientific principle, and whenever I do that, they say, "Wow, I've studied this concept in engineering, but we never applied it. We never knew this could be applied here
in this manner."
In this manner. So that's the learning. Okay. So learning is about becoming aware of new possibilities. So what possibilities you can create? It's not about what somebody did or what somebody said. It's
so your kind of training is good value for almost any organization, would you say?
The ROI is wonderful. People they know that the learning process is very good and they come back with a lot of motivation, a lot of enthusiasm.
I mean, like in a manufacturing industry or you being a government servant or whatever you still can find value.
Across industries, we do. Initially, they may be skeptical in a first time. They don't know what is this guy is going to do. Okay. But within that 1 hour, we kind of create that atmosphere saying that, okay, they want more. They say 1 day is not enough, 2 days is not enough.
Come back again.
We want another 1 day. Tomorrow.
So do you have it in modules so that somebody who's watching this show feels that I need him to come? So you can offer them 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, we have different modules. Say, creativity and innovation, we have different kind of games to create that.
So the same organization, you will run them through all these modules, or is it for different industries?
Sometimes we run for the same company also. They say, okay, what are the other modules you have?
Okay.
And they have the requirement, they call you.
So you can actually interact with them in advance and then sort of
tailor
make.
We tailor make.
You do
a lot of client discussions that happen where they say, okay, we want this, and they say, what are the activity you have and how is it going to help them. So today, organizations, when they spend money, they want to know they are getting the best return.
Value for money.
So they are very particular. They want to know the flow. What is that you're going to do, and how is going to know.
Okay, almost a silly question, probably unrelated. But who takes to these kind of training better, men or women?
There's no gender bias.
That's why I said silly.
Yeah.
There is no bias at all.
No bias at all. When it comes to learning, it's humans.
It's all the same.
Of the same.
Okay. So you have done this now for how many years?
So now it is 14 years now.
Wow. So
2002,
you must have seen a lot of water flowing under the bridge.
Yeah, very
you
much.
see a lot of change in people's thinking.
Yeah, a lot of
process.
changes happen. Today, people are now valuing this learning. When I started, maybe there are few people who kind of paid and came for learning, but today we find a lot of people. With the advent of MNCs coming here, the learning culture has improved. In fact, last year I tied up with the institute in Canada. It's called International Institute for Professional Excellence. It's one of the premier institute in conducting leadership and career development programs.
Okay.
So we are authorized, I'm an authorized affiliate of them to conduct leadership and management certification programs. So when I do the programs here, you get the certification from them.
You actually get a piece of paper saying that you did it.
No, it's a global standard, right? So it's not just a piece of paper, it is a global standard. No,
I mean, you do get a certificate.
Exactly.
Okay.
So there are like a lot of benchmark happening and they follow particular processes.
So if you would like to inform the people watching this program and you want to say how you are contactable, you can just look into the camera and just say your contact address and your number and it'll appear on the screen, and of course we'll superimpose it.
Yeah. Hi friends, if you have the quest for learning and development, do contact me. I'm available here. So my company's website is www.lifeacademy.co.in and my number is 99629927115. So do write to me, and my mail ID is lifeacademy@readifmail.com.
And your name?
My name is Ashraf.
That's it. One name.
And I'm called Amazing Ashraf.
Okay. So thanks for coming over. It's been lovely talking to you, and I think all those little things that you do, that brings home the power of innovative thinking.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot.
Yeah, pleasure meeting you, Madhav.
Really go and get more people trained.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good day.